Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 8 Premium Pan-Asian Destroyer, Loa Yang. She has 14,600 health, a top speed of 38 knots, 4 127mm guns, 10 torpedoes, a surface detect of 6.4 kilometers, and 37 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, reduce the chance of flooded fire, improved acceleration, concealment. For my commander, basic firing training, last stand, superintendent, and advanced firing training. We are on the map north, and this is another ranked game in the Loa Yang, and this one uses advanced firing training, clearly with the range increase. So how does that change the way you play? Well, we'll see. Admittedly, this is a very aggressive game. It's fun for me, and hopefully it'll be fun for you. Now, the thing that really sets the Loa Yang apart is hydroacoustic. It is an option, right? You can still use boost if you want, but I would not. Hydro is just so good at taking out enemy destroyers and protecting your team from the inevitable torpedoes. So, the strategy, let's go for A. That's the usual strategy on North. Anyone who's played on North in ranked play, basically A is the default, B is the afterthought, and we're immediately detected by the enemy Benson, who has better detectability than my ship. He clearly probably has a 15 skill commander, he's min-maxing, as you should. I'm trying in my Pan-Asian. Not as easy to get a Pan-Asian commander that high. There's only 2 ships, this and the Anshan. So we engage, we do a little bit of damage, 3,500. I pop my smoke, and my torpedoes are finally up. Unfortunately, he incapacitated one of the 2. So I'm not going to be able to cover the smoke as well as I would like. And it is a long cooldown, right? A minute, 30 seconds. Ugh. That's just too long. That's just too long. But Friendly does send his torpedoes, so I'm going to try and move forward. Clearly no one is capturing A. And just need to make sure, Friendly did send more torpedoes, so I don't want to run into it. Notice I dropped my speed, sort of feathering the throttle. That's the reason why I use live footage. Every single play or misplay is visualized. You can see exactly what I saw when I was playing. And what I saw was, nobody was capturing A. I wanted to go capture it. I wanted to see if that would bait the enemy to come forward. I do choose to use hydroacoustic because this is a vulnerable spot for the destroyer. And yep, clearly he sends us torpedoes. There's only a couple little bits of the point that I could be for him. And you notice the angle he sent them. That tells me that the enemy destroyer is somewhere over by where my Friendly sent the torpedoes. And I believe a destroyer, no, this destroyer, a Friendly destroyer and an enemy destroyer killed themselves on the 4 line. That is not recommended. We do capture A just as the enemy Benson shows up. I'm going to, of course, trade a little bit of damage. Why not? And because it is basically the Benson, again, it literally is the Benson class. It's the head ship in the Benson destroyer that we gave to the Taiwanese to try and protect themselves from the communist China. Obviously, it didn't work out as well as the Americans tried to, but, it's whatever. Stuff happened. It doesn't matter anymore. What matters is I was able to get damage on the target and avoid taking damage. And I still have Hydro up, so we are able to see the torpedoes that the other enemy destroyer. There's only 2 left. There's no way that one that was over by A is responsible for this torpedo or capturing B. So there is a guy out there somewhere. And based on the angle, the distance, where they stopped, I was feeling like the target might be that particular island directly in front of me. You notice the gap that I'm sort of aiming at? I felt like he was either there or a little bit forward, almost behind this Friendly island that's just to my port side. But you never know. Maybe he was changing his direction just as he sent his torpedoes. This is sort of dangerous. The game is very close, and we are detected. Where is he? Where is he? look all over the map, and there he is. Interesting. I would not have expected that. That is actually the destroyer that we were engaging over by A. He went all the way to the other side. This is not the destroyer that sent the torpedoes. And I feel very confident. Oh, goody! There's the enemy that sent the torpedoes. He shows up to make it a 2v1. So what do? I move away, and I'm actively maneuvering based on what I see. I am sacrificing my guns to make sure I try to avoid taking damage. And the best way to do this, watch the shells in flight and sort of wiggle to move quickly out of the way. You don't want a pre-planned pattern, otherwise they can pick up on that and exploit it. Now, we were taking a little bit of damage, but it's not too bad. This one might hit. Oh, nope, didn't hit. I gave ground. Obviously, 2 versus 1. That's a dumb play. I send my torpedoes right at the tip of their range. Probably not a good send. Looking back on it, what did you really want to accomplish there, Notser? Did you feel like the destroyer is not going to stay? He's going to just sit there. He's not going to move forward. He's not going to run away. He's just going to sit there and let you torpedo him. And here comes the torpedo. We didn't have Hydra. We don't have it for another 30 seconds. So it is a little dangerous. And it does look like the Fubuki is pushing forward. And we're getting that information because the friendly decided to come and help us. And now it's a 2 versus 1. I don't see his friendly helping him. And all I'm trying to do is hit every shot I can. We're doing massive damage. This should be the kill shot. It is. We take out the Fubuki, and the enemy Benson tries to fire. But he doesn't have any information anymore. And he was in the smoke or behind it. So we're already almost 8 minutes in the match. Not a lot has happened. My friendly big ships, the cruisers, and the battleships are engaged, not getting any kills. Every kill we've gotten is the destroyers. And I just push forward, pop my hydro, use it to force him out. He has to die. He sent his torpedoes, not going to hit me. The hydro is just such a perfect skill for an aggressive destroyer. And why do you like aggression? And did this hit? Yeah, it did. Nice try popping your smoke. Why do I prefer aggression? Because most people can't deal with an aggressive player. They want to play on their own terms. They have not planned ahead. I try to make a plan based on the enemy's aggressive or defensive option. If this Tirpitz is pushing forward, well, I'm not going to be detected. You notice how the detection of the ship expands and contracts just inside of the Tirpitz, and I would love to set him on fire. I would love to set Jackrabbit on fire. Boy, Jackrabbits, they're toasty. Come on. There we go. There's a fire. And he turns in. My first goal, capture B. It puts pressure on the enemy to make a play. When they have to make a play, they usually, not always, but usually, they will make some aspect of the ship vulnerable to damage from myself or a friendly. And it looks like the Tirpitz, the North Carolina, the Amagi, they're pushing forward. We don't see the 4th and final ship, but it's a good bet he's somewhere in the area. And the Tirpitz actually pulled a Notser, maybe an attempt to slow down because he felt I should not be detected right now. There's only one reason I would be detected, and that is because there is a destroyer coming around. And I recognize this. Notice the detectability. It's very close, so I dive into the Benson smoke. He will not be detected. He would see his detection drop immediately. So I was trying to make sure that I was always behind the smoke, and the expectation is that he would continue pushing along the elephant nose. Yes, it's an elephant nose. It's nothing else. It could not be something that has, a long, smooth shaft, complete with 2 ears. And sure enough, he is. He is pushing forward. The fire is not on the ship. Probably put it out. He does a great big shot. Wow! That was a great trade there. We get 2 fires on him. And again, he should not have had the fires out. He probably put them out. So they're going to burn. But I'm probably dead if I don't do damage and kill him. I send my torpedoes. One, assuming he stops or slows down. Another going full speed. I have found that this works out probably the most effective. It gives them no way out. The solution to avoiding the torpedoes is half speed. No one ever does that. And we take the Tirpitz out. He had no option whatsoever. And we have gotten 3 kills for our team. I felt like I did a great job in this game, taking advantage of what the enemy team gave me, the mistakes that they made. Hydroacoustic, knowing my limits, teammates coming to assist in the right opportunity. I really appreciate all that. That is what makes great players even better, good players better, the whole thing. Now, I must mention, I am not going to be able to stream today. At least that's the plan. I have a family engagement that I have to take part in, and I apologize that I didn't tell you earlier. I honestly didn't know I was doing this. The person asked for my help, and of course, I'm going to assist. So what's going to happen is the stream will occur on Thursday. Not Wednesday, but Thursday. One day later. And I do apologize. I know I really enjoy my time with you. It's one day. Hopefully you'll survive. And just appreciate that I want to be there just as bad. So as we make our way over to A, there's just a North Carolina. The game is basically solidly locked. And have I ever shied away from glory and honor? No, I don't really do that. I don't really care about stats. I want to get the kill. So I'm going to rush in as close as possible. His secondaries are on me. I send ahead. I don't want to send too far ahead because we have a friendly. And sure enough, his secondaries take me out. But did I lead enough to kill him? It's either going to be a torpedo kill or a ram kill. And I think we did it. Yes, we did. And I would say that's the best way to end a game, when both sides die. And it looks glorious in this freeze frame. I love this ship. It's just so fun in ranked play. We got 4 kills, a kill after we died, 62,000 damage done, 2,033 base XP. Benson right behind me. Good job, Benson. That North Carolina did a good job for his team. Most of the damage pretty split. That's the way I like it. Man, I was happy about this game. I didn't feel like the range gave me enough to justify it, so the survival is what I ended up picking up and mostly using now. I hope you enjoyed seeing this game, though. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.